What's up everybody? Welcome back to another video by TrunkFreshGreen34, and today we have a review that I'm actually really excited about. This is Ken Enginoki and Justin Roadritter, a brand new 2-pack for 2024. And when I say new, I mean like new. This is like a fresh new release. It's only been out for like a week or two. I got very lucky and found this at my local Walmart. It's a part of the newest 2-pack case, alongside GRC, Lightning McQueen, and Toderoki. That one I haven't found yet, but I was happy to get the one with 2 new characters at least. And this one has 2 cars from the Road Rumblers episode, and all of the Road Rumbler releases have been some of my favorites so far. So I'm really excited to get more characters from that episode and really build out that world, especially because one of them is our first electric vehicle from the episode. So far we've just had the actual like warrior types. Now we have the one of the electric cars. And this 2-pack is also interesting because it is a literal movie moment, which we have not had properly in quite some time, I believe. So I'm super excited to talk about all of that. Right off the bat, I really like the artwork. I love how determined and fierce they both look. This just looks really fun. Love that. Same with Justin Roadritter here. Of course, it does say it is new for 2024, which makes me question why On the Road Ramon didn't have that, since it was also a new 2-pack for the year. Of course, as seen in Cars on the Road, alongside Kay and May Pillar, and then Road Trip Ramon and Flo, and Jeremy and Chiefess, also from the Rumbler episode. So yeah, I will be right back with these guys all opened up. So the reason why this is sort of a movie moment snapshot, as I was alluding to earlier, is because in the episode, Justin Roadritter, I believe, actually fires a little weapon at Ken Enginoki here, and said weapon is placed directly on Ken's head. Now what's really interesting is the single release of Justin Roadritter will actually have this weapon placed in his little cannon launcher thing here. So it's interesting how the single release will be him before he fires it, and this 2-pack release is a literal recreation of the scene after he's fired it. It's a little bit kind of, I don't know, weird to me, the fact that you basically have to buy both Justins. I don't know. I don't love it necessarily. I don't know why they couldn't have just made this ball a little, like, slightly bigger and just had it, like, clip on and off of Justin here, but I don't know. I think it is kind of cool that they're doing that, like they're putting in that level of like attention to detail. That's not really something we see in the Cars line very much, so I'm super excited to kind of get into these guys here. I think I'm going to start off with Ken, since he is the first electric vehicle. Very small in shape, very similar to like Cartney Break-In. In fact, I believe that's pretty much the model here. Oh, even smaller. Wow, okay. Similar shape, just a lot smaller, which is kind of funny. All of the Road Rumblers have had this really incredible, like, dirt detailing on them. Looks absolutely great here on Ken, even on the hood as well. I like the expression here, because he looks very kind of confused and scared, which makes sense considering he just got hit with a weapon. If they ever do a release of Ken without the weapon, so that way you can have Justin with and without, and then Ken with and without, I hope they give that version a different expression than this one, but we'll see. Now, he comes with a whole variety of things sticking out of him. So we've got the solar panel attached to him, since he is one of these sort of solar electric vehicles, which makes a lot of sense, of course. He's got this, like, spear-esque weapon, which I'm assuming in the actual episode he'd be able to like move it up and down. Basically think like Mater with Sign, how he was able to move that up and down. I wouldn't be surprised if it's the same idea here. And it's very bendy. It's, as you can see, it's already bent on mine, because it is just plastic. It's a little unfortunate, but there's not much that can be done about that. And he's also got this really tall orange flag, and because the flag is like so faded, you can see like parts of yellow there, it makes you kind of question like how long they've been fighting in this turf war, so to speak, especially considering also like all the dirt, really implies a sense of time, you know, passage of time, which is a really cool extra detail. And he's got this weapon as well, which I believe in the show is sort of like an electric, like taser type thing. This like little fork weapon. I believe it has an electric charge to it. Could be wrong though, but I'm pretty sure that's what that is. And he also, of course, has the little yellow spiky weapon that my camera does not want to focus on. There we go. Just kind of sticks on to Ken's head. Very cool. In terms of decals, obviously there isn't really any except for the license plate, which does look pretty good. I will say, minor nitpick, I don't really like the eyes. It's very hard to see on the camera here. But the eyes also kind of look like they're a little bit dirty, like they have some of this like dirt texture in them as well. Maybe it's just because, you know, her eyes are so big that you can kind of see the Thailand grain a lot easier. I don't really love that, to be honest. But the expression's good. I love all the little extra details. I like that it's a movie moment where he's got the weapon on his face. And yeah, overall, this is a solid diecast. Pretty great, I would say. And Justin Roadritter looks like he's going to hold up just as well. He is sort of a repaint of the broadside model, which they're kind of taking full advantage of. I believe they're using this as a slight retool later in the year for Barney Cones. I believe that's a slight retool of broadside as well, which is really awesome. Hoping that means we get the Thunder Hollow announcer soon, because that also, I believe, is a retool of broadside. So, would love to see that. The expression here is pretty funny. Maybe he's surprised that the weapon he fired actually hit. Maybe that's never happened to him before. Who knows? Kind of funny. I like that. Once again, the kind of dirt, and I don't think this is actually dirt. I think this is rust on Justin here. The detail is pretty impressive. I don't think the rust effect looks as good as, like, for example, the level of like dirt detailing and rust that they applied on like Jeremy. I think that looked a lot more natural. Here it doesn't really look that natural. Like this in particular, I think looks kind of fake, very obviously. Like here it looks a lot more realistic, but here it just looks kind of weird. I don't know why. It looks very, this looks fake. I don't know what that is, why it looks like that, but very interesting, very odd to me. I like the detail, of course, how he's like all damaged in the back. You can see his like back bumper is all bumpy. I think that's really cute. The little like weapon launcher kind of comes already fired in like this angular direction. It doesn't let you turn it straight on, I don't believe. I don't think. Yeah, no, it doesn't. Which doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, but I guess that's just kind of a thing to live with, I suppose. In terms of decals, we don't really have any, so Thailand doesn't have to worry about that. The expression is pretty good, and the eyelids in particular, there isn't really a whole lot of grain going on there, which is good. But his eyes are also a lot smaller than Ken Enginoki's here, so it makes a lot more sense that that would be easier for them to get correct. I also like how they were able to match the like eye plate or eyelid cover, or not cover, but like the plastic piece that has the eyelid color. They matched it pretty well to the rest of the car, which I really like. There's been quite a few instances where Thailand kind of gets it a little bit off, and it's a little distracting. But no, Justin turned out really good. He's also, like his back portion is raised as well. I don't remember if Broadside has that. I believe Broadside does. I could be wrong though. And yeah. Oh, this is interesting. The back tires are also like, they have treads. They're not like rubber tires or anything, but they put in like little treads on them, which is actually a really cool little detail. And yeah, you can definitely hear it when he rolls. That's really cool. Yeah, overall, I think this is a pretty fun release. I don't think Justin is my favorite warrior. I think McQueen and Jeremy are probably my favorites out of those, but Ken is pretty good. He's the only electric vehicle we've gotten, so obviously he's my favorite of those. And like I said, I do kind of like the whole movie moment element to this, where, you know, he's fired the weapon at Ken. Kind of a genius little two-pack combination. I'm really surprised again that they did that, but I am all for it. So yeah, that is about it for this review. I would say Ken, pretty great release. Justin, he's cool. You know, he's kind of middle of the road. He's not bad, but he's not super amazing either. I'm just glad to have these in my collection. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts on these guys down in the comments. And yeah, that's it for this review. I'll be back very shortly for another one. See ya.